my mother and my baby in a really embarrassing tie-dye outfit. I think I had an eating disorder. This is my eating disorder years. On some breastfeeding. Every photo I have in about over a 20-year period, it seems to be breastfeeding.
I have to say now that, you know, this generation is probably the most photographed generation ever. You know, and it sort of changed, the whole digital photography thing's changed the way we approach. Just a minute, I just have a little photo of myself here. Here we go. Oh, I don't know. You can see my double chin in that one, sorry. Maybe higher. Higher is better, like this. Up like that. Like, oh no, my both. Anyway, it's changed the way that, you know, because you never know when you're looking really good. We approach photography. In the old days, like you kept photos were special. Like you kept them like this. See, I was going through some old albums of mine, but this was even before that. But you know, photos were something you kept in an album. You know, that you took occasionally at special occasions. You just didn't take photos like sitting in the kitchen going, oh, check that out. You didn't do that. You save them up for things like, I don't know, weddings. Weddings are big for photos. First communions, you know, christenings, like if your dad got really drunk and got dressed up in drag and started singing, you know, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts or something like that with your Uncle Neville or something at Christmas, you get a photo because that's a keeper, that one. But that's what it sort of was. It was a different kind of time. Like you got a photo taken. You made sure it was special. You only had you'd have 36 exposures if you were rich, or 24, and that would generally take, I don't know, 6 months or so to use, because you really thought about what you were going to take photos of. Or you never went like click, 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 because that was what, you know, you saw that in movies, but that was only made up. No one ever did that. No one ever had that much money to click, 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 and there was no instantaneous sort of, you know, reaction. You just hoped it was okay. It was like magic. It was inside this box is a hope that there's an image recorded of my life. And so you got this, you know, probably from the 1960s onwards, people started getting these lovely fragmented little pieces of their life, like little tiny bits, and you had to put together the process. I'm wondering what it's going to be like now, because there's almost too many photos to look at. There is too many photos. I mean, I think I've taken more photos of myself during this thing than probably most people who are 60 or something ever had taken in their life. But, you know, it is that weird thing, because then you take, right, maybe you take your film down to the pharmacist, and somewhere between, you know, sort of advising someone on laxatives and, you know, filling a sort of script for Valium, they managed to develop your film, which seems like a little bit of voodoo in itself, doesn't it? It seems like a bit of, you know, a sort of cross purpose. Talk about multitasking. And if he was lucky, he'd get one of those wedding shots when someone, you know, takes the photos of their genitals, which was so exciting in the old days. Like, oh, look, a photo of, you know, someone's balls from the wedding. If you leave a camera on a table, never leave a camera on a table. But now, people are photographing, people are taking photos of their genitals, you know, all the time. You know, it was only fun when the pharmacist had to develop them, and you got that note back, or they were black, because often you get your photos back actually, and you get 36 back, and it costs quite a bit. And there'd be a black one, a black one, a black one, because you put your finger over, and there'd been too much flare, or, you know, and everyone has to sign like this because you had to look into the sun to get the best light. And so all their photos are like that. And what it meant is that there's a whole collection in my life of ugly photos where I look fugly, like really fugly, because you couldn't say, oh, delete. Like now people go, oh, you know, you take a photo of someone, and they go, oh, can I have a look? Can I have a look? What are you? Bloody hell, can I have a look? And they go, oh, can we take another one? Oh, what, till you get the face that you think you have, not the face you actually have that we see. You know, that's why you should never be allowed to delete a photo. You should have to live with that photo. I'm worried we're moving into a world where there's no more ugly photos. There's no more unattractive photos, because people just delete them because they don't like them. And I think it's important to have ugly photos, to have really ugly photos of bad perms and stuff like that, because that creates a story of you as a bit of a loser. In the meantime, I don't like that. Oh my God. I can't believe I actually look like that. Like, in my mind, I'm so much more attractive. Like, see that? Fugly. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Fugly-are. Fugly-are. Oh, look at that. I don't really have that many wrinkles. Just a minute. Oh, look at that. I look like someone. Oh my God. That is not my angle. No. Oh my God, look at that. That's worse. That is so getting deleted. That is awful. I'm going to take a new one now. Watch this. Because I think this is probably the best. Just a minute. Here we go. I think I've got to get this. Oh, it's hard to tell. I don't have any good angles anymore. It's hard to look unnatural, like natural when you're doing a selfie. Like that. I look crazy. This is not good. One more. Come on, I can't even get it. Oh, that's it, there you go. We'll keep that way. Look like a middle-aged porn worker. Not a very wealthy one. Oh, look at that, look like a heroin addict. A fat one. All right. Anyway, I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is what I'm going to do though, I'm going to take this is my next Christmas present for everyone, I'm going to get really fugly photos of all my friends and put them in frames and give them to them. Just so they know. Not them, they know that we're all a bit fugly deep down.